Welcome to this episode. Today, we're diving into a really interesting topic: why intellectual property, or IP, matters so much in biotech, even before there's any clinical proof.
Yeah, it's a fascinating area. When most people think about biotech, they imagine clinical trials and approved drugs. But there's a whole world of work that happens way before that, and IP plays a big role there.
Exactly. So to start, let's set the stage. In biotech, companies usually begin with early research, discovering molecules, methods, or biological pathways. Clinical proof, which shows a drug is safe and effective in humans, usually comes much later. But the question is, why does IP matter so much before that clinical proof even exists?
Right. And to answer that, we first need to explain what IP actually means in biotech. Simply put, intellectual property is a legal way for a company to protect its inventions or ideas. In biotech, this often means patents, or patent pending status, on things like molecules, formulations, or even biological pathways.
Yeah, and patent pending is kind of like putting a hold on an idea. It means the company has filed for patent protection, but it's not yet approved. So it's a way to say, hey, this is ours, while the patent office reviews the claim.
But it's really important to stress that patent pending doesn't mean the product is proven or approved. It just means the company is protecting its concept. It's not a stamp of success or safety.
That's a key point. Clinical proof, which involves testing in humans to show safety and effectiveness, is the gold standard for validation. But it takes a lot of time, money, and regulatory steps. So early-stage companies often don't have that proof yet. They're still in the research phase.
So why does IP matter before clinical proof? Well, IP helps protect the idea or platform while the company works toward validation. Without IP, a company risks losing control over its scientific direction. Others could copy or build on the idea without permission.
I like to think of IP as a fence around a garden before the plants have grown. The fence doesn't make the plants grow, but it protects the space so the plants can flourish safely.
That's a great analogy. And patent pending status gives the company time to organize research, plan validation, and have confidential talks with partners without revealing all the details publicly.
Plus, early IP protection can make validation data more valuable because it's tied to a protected concept. That protection supports conversations with investors, partners, and contract research organizations, people who want to see defensible assets.
But we have to be clear. Patent pending is not the same as proven. It means the company has filed for protection on certain inventions or claims, but validation is the process of testing whether the biology actually works.
Right. IP protects the opportunity. Validation tests the science. So it's important not to overstate patent pending status as proof of success.
Now, what exactly can IP protect in biotech? It can cover many layers of a platform, like molecule families, chemical scaffolds, peptide sequences, formulations, delivery systems, manufacturing methods, biological pathways, or even combinations of these.
Not every platform seeks protection in all these areas. A smart IP strategy focuses on what matters most for future value.
To make this more concrete, let's look at some examples from Biotech International Institute, or BII, platforms.
Sure, first up is Neurophorol. It's a small molecule platform targeting neuroinflammation and receptor-selective biology. The IP here protects the specific scaffold and receptor strategy, not just the general idea of studying neuroinflammation.
So IP supports ongoing research like receptor pharmacology and biomarker validation. It's about protecting a very specific scientific direction.
Then there's Mycophorol, inspired by fungal molecules and focusing on neurotrophic pathways and neural resilience. The IP covers fungal-inspired molecules and related applications.
But here, analytical work is needed to confirm the candidate's structure and stability before making broader claims. So IP protects the general direction, but solid data is needed to back it up.
Next is NeuroReset, which focuses on post-dependency recovery biology and brain recalibration. This is a pretty ambitious area, so IP protects platform architecture and method concepts.
Since its early stage, the priority is clarity on lead candidates and mechanisms. IP gives room to organize this work, while validation figures out how the platform develops.
Then we have precision peptides, which involves peptide sequences and delivery methods. Small changes in sequence or formulation can really affect IP value.
So IP protects the design, but development work tests synthesis, stability, and safety. It's a good example of how IP and validation go hand in hand.
Finally, AgriShield X is an agricultural biotech platform for livestock protection and environmental safety. IP covers formulations, encapsulation, delivery, and field use strategies.
But it also needs field validation and safety testing alongside IP protection. So again, IP is part of a bigger picture.
Speaking of the bigger picture, IP also supports partner and investor confidence. Partners want to know if a company has protected its platform to avoid risks around confidentiality and competition.
Investors look for defensibility, whether the company has a protected position that could increase in value if validation succeeds. IP signals strategic thinking and preparation, even if it doesn't guarantee success.
Having a well-organized data room with IP summaries, patent filings, and validation plans helps streamline partner and investor review.
But it's crucial to remember that IP does not replace validation, safety, or market relevance. IP alone doesn't prove the science works or that the product is safe.
Validation through reproducible data and clinical studies is essential. Safety screening, like toxicity or immunogenicity testing, is critical regardless of IP status.
And market relevance matters too. IP is valuable only if the platform addresses a real need. The strongest platforms align IP, biological relevance, validation, safety, and market demand.
When communicating about IP, companies need to be responsible. Public statements should avoid implying patent pending means proven success.
Confidential technical details are shared only under appropriate agreements. Transparency about IP status helps build trust without overpromising.
So to wrap up, intellectual property protects the opportunity to develop and test new biotech ideas.
And validation tests the biology to determine if that opportunity is worth pursuing.
Both are essential pillars for building long-term value in biotech.
Early IP protection gives companies the space and confidence to pursue validation thoughtfully and strategically.
It's a great note to end on. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into why IP matters before clinical proof.
Yeah, thanks for listening. We hope this gave you a clearer picture of the biotech journey behind the scenes.
Until next time.